Sorry if I'm a bit late.
No probs, Dad. Still getting ready.
This butter's only half fat, but it tastes lovely. Like real butter, and it spreads.
That's because it is real butter, Dad, just with half the fat.
Brilliant. How do they do that?
I don't know, Dad. I'm not a dairy farmer. Just a woman trying to go on a date. Do I look okay?
I don't know. I'm not a stylist. I'm just a dad trying to help his favourite daughter go on a date.
You only have one daughter.
Connacht Gold half-fat butter. Make it real.
Good evening and welcome to Ahamore for Friday Night Football on Mayo GA TV. Coming to you live from the Ahamore GA Club. We have the exciting contest of Ballaghaderreen versus Castlebar Mitchells in round 3 of the Connacht Gold Mayo Senior Football Championship. Joining me tonight is Billy Fitz. And Billy, we have a straight shootout here, but if Ballaghaderreen win, they progress. If Castlebar win or draw, they'll qualify for the quarterfinals.
I think it's that kind of round. I think, Tom, this weekend, like some teams are through, even though they have to play the last game. The likes of Gary Moore, Brave here are already through. But for those two teams, it's knockout tonight. This is the big one tonight. It'll decide their year in the championship. And for a lot of teams in the groups, this is the final round, getting ready for quarterfinals. And some teams will want to avoid relegation, of course. So there's a lot to play for now in this round. This is the big round of the championship. It
is indeed, and it's the last time out saw Mitchells were defeated by Westport and Ballaghaderreen, comprehensively won against Ball, and Alan Finnell wants his team to progress this evening as they failed to get out of the group stage last year.
Oh yeah, certainly, yes, yeah. And yeah, Castlebar have a good mixture there, like, you know, newcomers is there, Paddy Durkin, Johnny Mahan. Midfield strong, Jeremy McDonough and Donald Vaughan, and a very experienced half-forward line in Owen O'Reilly, Douglas and Kirby. Young Paddy Heenan and an up-and-coming exciting young player, James Durkin, of course, and Ulton O'Reilly. They have a lot of talent throughout the team, even though they're kind of rebuilding after winning 3 in a row, Tom. It's not easy to come back again. But those lads, you know, there's 7 or 8 of that team there, and they're back in business again, so there could be a kick in them all the time.
There could be indeed, as the referee Kevin Kennelly is just making sure all is in order here on what is a lovely autumn evening here in Ahamore. We'll go through the teams for you. Up first, we'll go through the Ballaghaderreen team. They'll start out as selected. So in goal will be Gavin Conway. The full back line is Aaron Lynch wearing 22. David Drake is back into the team after recovering from his injury as captain, and Owen Jordan is the other corner back. The half back line is Luke O'Grady, Seamus Caniff and Adam Phillips. In midfield we have Shiroz Akram and Ryan Lynch. The half forward line is Dara Kelly, Cuba Callahan and Cormac Doohan, and the full forward line is Patrick Callahan, the evergreen Andy Moran, and now Leitrim manager as we pause for Auron Nevian. Thomas Carmody completes the full forward line there for Ballaghaderreen. For Castlebar, they line out as selected. Rory Byrne is in goal. Mark Dolan, Donny Newcombe and Dennis McHugh with the corner back. The half back line is Gerard McDonough, John Maughan and Paddy Durkin, who captains the side. In midfield we have Kevin Durkin and Donald Vaughan. The half forward line is Owen O'Reilly, Neil Douglas and Danny Kirby. And the full forward line, as Billy said, is Paddy Heenan, James Durkin and Ulton O'Reilly. And they have pace to burn inside them, that full forward line, Billy, and it's going to be an interesting battle between the full back line of Ballaghaderreen and the full forward line of Castlebar, bearing in mind that Castlebar haven't been as free scoring with goals in the championship. They've only got 2 to date, whereas the Ballaghaderreen defence have only conceded 2.
Yeah, and they're strengthened by the return of David Drake, who was a big loss. McBreen is also a loss. He's not playing. And of course Keith Handley.
Yeah.
You know, they're big losses. Those are big players.
And we're ready to go, and we're underway here in Ahamore. Kevin Kennedy throws the ball up, and it's claimed cleanly by Derek Kelly. Plays it first time out to the on-running Cuba Callahan. Hand pass over the top, trying to get back onto it again is Kelly. He's gone into the corner. He's surrounded by the shirts of Castlebar and turns the ball over, and it's McHugh who comes away with the ball, and Castlebar are up and running. They're holding 2 inside in the full forward line as they try to transition into an attacking play. Danny Kirby takes a high solo but manages to keep control of the ball. Back to McHugh. McHugh, little pop pass to the wing back. McDonough. There's a player free on the far side. Donald Vaughan plays a hand pass into Durkin. Has a look at the post. Comes back one way then the other. Neil Douglas, who's been quite prolific through the league, manages to, between himself and Durkin, lose the ball. And Shiroz Akram manages to get the ball away for Ballaghaderreen. Good block down. Well worked block there by Kevin Durkin, and wins the ball back, and 2 quick turnovers in succession, one by each team as Danny Kirby plays it to the top of the right. Paddy Heenahan cuts in on his left. He has Paddy Durkin on his inside. Durkin trying to get away from Shiroz Akram. Little pop inside to the brother, trying to keep his feet. He's into the 21. He's going to have the first shot in anger, and that's over the bar. Really good score work from a Castlebar.
Great score by James Durkin. The build-up was slow, but it was well measured, and they were patient in the build-up, and they got the ball to the right player, James Durkin, who had a bit of space and shot it over the bar. Good score for Castlebar. Good start for Castlebar. Now there was a few turnovers there where I suppose teams have got into the habit of a lot of hand passing, and they run into traffic. So there was a few turnovers early on.
As Gavin Conway aims to go long out the field, up goes Kirby, challenging with Dara Kelly, who started around the middle of the field. Breaks kindly for the fullback Donny Newcombe, who's up into the forward position. Ball tucked inside. Ulton O'Reilly trying to get away from his marker. He recycles it around to Newcombe. Quick exchange of hand passes back to Ulton O'Reilly, and that's a sweet score off the left boot. 2 points inside 30 seconds.
That was a cute, a brilliant score, really. You know, going towards the corner flag on his wrong foot, Tom. It's not an easy one, but he landed it over the bar. Brilliant score for Castlebar.
That's the second time now, Gavin Conway has to go searching for the football. You'd think there would have been a spare football up that end, and as just out of shot, so you can see the second ball going in.
Have already scored. We were talking about that before the game, that they're very pacey, full forward line.
Short kick out this time just to secure possession, and they're going to try and run the ball out of the dents, but they're immediately surrounded by the attacking Castlebar Mitchell's players, but they concede the foul, and the ball goes back to the Coolbara. Conway looking for options. The full press is on by Castlebar. They're not giving them any inches, or as that is another loose hand pass and another turnover as Heenahan runs into his own player but keeps possession. Gives it to McHugh. Danny Kirby has gone to the top of the right. He gets his head up, cuts inside. He has a player free. He's going to play a little give and go. Kirby just pops it out again to the waiting Heenahan, and coming around on the loop is Kevin Durkin. He's going to have a go from 30 metres out. That's straight over the black spot, Billy. 3 minutes gone, 3 points for Castlebar.
A brilliant score there from Ger McDonough. Is it Ger McDonough?
Ger McDonough,
yeah. Yeah, brilliant score. Again, a patient build-up. Found their players all the time. Fellas coming off the shoulder, and then they got the ball to the guy that was free, Tom.
A ball cleaned up by Derek Kelly, and Ballaghaderreen are inside the 45. Castlebar are struggling to get numbers back inside. Callahan, there's a player free on the edge of the square. It's Andy Moore, and gets away from one. He's surrounded there by the defence. He hops it to himself, lays it off to Shiroz Akram. There's a shot, it's blocked down. Ball rebounds out. Paddy Durkin goes to pick it up. Andy Moore is deemed to have fouled him, and the Castlebar goal survived. Yeah, but that shows you how quick.
Callahan is very quick. He's very fast, and he played a great ball to Andy. He was just maybe too near the keeper, and he got swallowed up.
Castlebar on the counter attack. Back ball given to Ulton O'Reilly, or to Paddy Heenahan. Trying to move the Ballaghaderreen defence around. Danny Kirby has space in front of him. Nobody's coming towards him. It's a free shot at goal for Danny Kirby. Comes off the top of the post and goes over the bar. And
really
it's a point for Danny.
For that one, Tom.
that hit the actual top of the post.
It hopped on top of the goal post, which is... It doesn't happen too many times. So was it in or out, Tom? I
think it hopped on and came inside. The umpires gave
the benefit of the doubt.
So Danny Kirby gets his
name.
Great
score by Danny. Yeah. Their shooting is brilliant early on. I mean, they have kicked, is it 4 points?
4 points in the space of 4 minutes. But Ballaghaderreen have yet to, apart from that block down shot, they're looking to play it long inside towards Andy Moore, but they're playing an extra man behind. And Castlebar are able to clear their lines with Donald Vaughan. Cute ball out to the wing. Ballaghaderreen start to funnel back. It's quite an open game at the moment, as both teams are. No, a win will get them through to the quarter final. Castlebar, in their mind, know they have a luxury of a draw if that were to happen. Their scoring difference is far superior to there, but the referee was playing an advantage. The advantage was over, and James Durkin had the shot, but that's gone wide to register the first wide.
That's the first wide, yeah.
So they've had 5 shots at goal, and they've scored 4 points,
yeah.
Billy.
Good return, Tom, yeah.
Good return again, as the kick out is short. Pushing forward is Owen Jordan. He's again being closed down very quickly. He has to come back across the pitch to Adam Phillips. Phillips, dangerous pass there, was almost cut out as Seamus Cuniff finds Conway, who's pushed himself up all the way out to the 45 to try and create that extra man to give them an out ball, as Ballaghaderreen are finding it difficult now as Castlebar. Danny Kirby is deemed to have fouled Derek Kelly, but they don't hang around as David Drake, the captain, is pushed right up on the attack. A little kick around the corner by Patrick Callaghan, but they have that extra player sitting back in front of Andy Moore.
They're covering Andy, the danger man, really.
They're cutting it out as Paddy Durkin clears that danger, and it's now James Durkin being chased down, trying to turn. He's a player free on his right-hand side. Is Donald Vaughan. Vaughan plays a little chip pass inside. It was hopped as it hit the player, but he manages to recover it. James Durkin does well. That gets it back to Danny Kirby. Plays a ball with the outside of the right boot. Are they going to call the mark? No, he's going to take his man on. Owen O'Reilly cuts it on his left foot, and Owen O'Reilly puts that over the bar. That's a lovely score from Owen O'Reilly. So the 2 O'Reillys have scored.
Yeah, definitely. And
5 points
belonged to Danny
score.
Kirby, you'd have to say, Tom, because there wasn't a whole pile on from, but he spotted Owen Riley just off his man, gave a great ball. Coming out
just 7 minutes gone in the first half here, live view on Mayo GA TV. Castlebar 5 points to the good, as Ballaghaderreen have yet to really get a shot off an angle. Cuniff trying to pick out Andy Moore, but that ball hops in front of him, and it's went well and covered by John Maughan, and gives it to Danny Kirby. And that tactic of trying to find Andy inside just isn't working at the moment for Ballaghaderreen.
Just crowding him out, really, Tom, you know.
Ballaghaderreen win the turnover. Kelly to Shiroz Akram. He has Cuba Callaghan ahead of him. There's space in front of him. They have a player over if they want to use him. He comes inside on his right boot, and Cuba Callaghan gets the first score of the game. In the 7th minute for Ballaghaderreen, 1 point to 5 points.
Yeah, he has great pace, Tom. Once he gets on the ball, he runs in straight lines, and very hard to defend against him.
Rory Byrne goes short, and the ball is back across their own goal, as Castlebar are just trying to create another scoring opportunity. Danny Kirby is tight to the right-hand sideline here, and he's found by McHugh. Kirby, little ball low into the hands of Ulton O'Reilly. O'Reilly gets away from his man. He's looking for support, but he's going to have another go with his left boot. He's got one already with his left, and that's his second of the game, and that's a lovely score again by O'Reilly.
That's a beautiful score now. He made the space for himself. He was really going to pass it off, Tom, but he realised he had enough of space to kick it over the bar.
But the amount of time that those players are being afforded in those positions must be a bit of a worry to Michael Solon on the sideline.
They're getting a lot of space, Tom, yes.
So long kick out given by Conway. Again, great take there by Paddy Durkin in the middle of the field. Decides to run the ball, switches it to the other wing back. McDonough, little kick pass forward. The Castlebar forwards are enjoying time and space on the ball as the rain starts to fall here, and it's low ball as it wasn't hit as cleanly as it should have been, and that's gone to the left and wide. And that's their second wide of the game. So on a return of 8 shots, they've had 6 points.
Castlebar looking the better team so far, Tom. But the last night we were here, you know, we got carried away a little bit.
We were lulled into a false sense of security. You're all right, Billy. The second half produced a massive performance here. The last time we were here under the lights. Shiroz Akram has a runner coming. Drake, who adds a bit of power and pace from that full-back position to Callaghan. Back to Akram. Shiroz, little chip pass forward. Ballaghaderreen to contend with a lot of defenders here, but it's well worked here by Cormac Doohan. He's going to have a goal, and that's a great score by Cormac Doohan. 9.5 minutes gone in the first half here as the rain starts to come down. 2 points Ballaghaderreen, 6 points Castlebar.
Yeah, they have a lot of pacey players, Tom. Ballaghaderreen, when they break through the middle of the field, they have a lot of pace. Rose Akram, Doohan, and those guys, Kubi Callahan, very fast.
Kick out by Rory Byrne finds McHugh in space, and he's able to find Paddy Heenan. And Castlebar are working the space across that 45 very well. Vaughan, little hand pass inside. Scoop hand pass over the top, but a good tackle there by Owen Jordan. Dispossesses Paddy Heenan as he was about to pounce onto that ball, and Shiroz Akram cleans up the danger. Ballaghaderreen have a good support here. I was talking to a few supporters on the way in, and there's at least 600 supporters here this evening in the rain, and a lot of them are crowded in that stand over there on the far side, taking shelter from the rain as Ballaghaderreen decide to switch their point of attack from the left hand side to the right hand side, as Adam Phillips, he's having to go back to David Drake. Intercepted by Ulton O'Reilly. A poor pass by Drake, and Castlebar launched their own counter-attack. And Gavin Conway was up on the 45 again, and he's chasing back to his own goal as his player's coming back, and he hits the ground. Referee Kevin Kennelly was a bit slow with the whistle there when it was when he got caught. Neil Douglas got caught in the back of the head.
It was high, Tom. Yeah, I think it deserved a free. Yeah.
But you can see what Ballaghaderreen are trying to do. Once they transition that ball into midfield, they're looking for Andy inside. Yeah. But Castlebar are cleverly dropping the player back in front.
They have sorted that out. They've taken that threat out there of Andy. But, you know, the likes of Callahan and Doohan are very pacey players from the half-forward line.
The referee has indeed given the free. Coming up from Baggins McDonough, he gets inside his man. He's almost tripped up, but the ball is recycled back to Owen O'Reilly. He decides he's going to Kevin Durkin. And then Danny Kirby's free just outside the Ballaghaderreen 45. He pops it back to Paddy Durkin. And they've come all the way around to this side to McHugh. Paddy Heenan makes a run across his line. He's there if he needs him. Paddy Durkin makes a break in through, as he has done for Mayo, and Danny Kirby has found a little pocket of space here. He kicks it after the attempted block, and it's just saved from under the crossbar by Gavin Conway, but it was
over there.
But again, Danny Kirby is finding those little pockets of space.
He's finding a lot of space, Danny, yeah.
Ballaghaderreen are finding it difficult in the last couple of minutes to get out of their own half as they work the ball again through the hand. This time it finds its intended target from David Drake. Kick pass forward. But Castlebar have numbers, but that tips off the fingertips to Patrick Callahan. There's options here for him if he wants to take it. He gives a little chip pass over. He's trying to find Cormac Doohan, but the pass, it was the wrong decision. He made it, should have popped it over the bar himself.
A boot pass was never on there, Tom. It was a fist pass. Maybe he should have gone a few more steps and drew the defender before he let it go. But a bad boot pass up in the air, travelled wide. It was a great chance.
Rory Byrne gets his kick off again, but Shiroz Akram is right in the face of McHugh. He goes to retrieve, and the referee says Shiroz Akram fouled him, but and he said,
but as you said, Tom, he should have taken his point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sensible thing, I think, at that stage. Yeah.
Paddy Durkin, player free again, just over on the left-hand side. The referee has blown his whistle. He's not happy with something. He's coming back over. The linesman John Finn has brought his attention to something. So the two officials are going to have a quick chat to see what's going on. So the linesman John Finn, maybe the free wasn't from the right position, but
it's going to be a hot
so it's
ball,
going to be a hot ball inside the Castlebar 45.
Yeah.
As referee Kevin Kennelly from Hollymount Carramore has the ball in hand. Waiting for the break there is Andy Moran and Patrick Callahan. But it's And there's the aforementioned Andy Moran coming out with the ball, and he's fouled as he tried to get off the hand pass. And that's stock and trade for Andy Moran.
Chance that Andy has got, really.
It's he had that opportunity trying to create a goal in after the first Castlebar score, but they haven't really threatened the goal. You would have thought so, especially as the rain's let up and there's not really a breeze to speak of. But David Drake is going to get them going again. Drake to Phillips. Back to Thomas Carmody. It's very tight over to that touchline. David Drake has stayed with this attack. Cormac Doohan's got a point just a moment ago. He's had a go from distance. Wow. And Cormac Doohan, from an acute angle, has popped that over the bar for his second of the game. We've 14 and a half minutes gone, and it's 6 points to 3.
Yeah. Yeah, Ballaghaderreen will be happy with that now, because they begin to settle now, Tom. And certainly their forward line looked dangerous.
They've managed, Castlebar, after scoring on a blistering run of form, getting 6 points in the space of 7 minutes, haven't scored for almost 8 minutes now. And the Ballaghaderreen defence seems to have tightened up that small bit. They've made a couple of adjustments and they're able to repel the Castlebar attacks, forcing them to go maybe for more intricate hand passes as Kirby gives the ball to Mon as he comes round on the loop. A ball out to the top of the left, taken well. Looking for a runner to come through the middle, and that's just over his head, and they're able to clear that ball. Back there helping out his defence is Patrick Callahan.
I thought he might have taken a mark there.
He was inside the 21, so he can't call the mark.
Okay.
So
No
if
mark,
he's inside, as Kuba
Got
and Shiroz Akram are looking to inject some pace here for Ballaghaderreen. That's looked like a loose pass, but a pop there. Lynch out of nowhere as Kuba Callahan is back helping his defence as well. And Castlebar using Patrick Durkin as the sweeper back in front of Andy Moran as David Drake gets his head up, looking for those runs. Coming out at pace there was Cormac Doohan, scorer of that brilliant point just a moment ago. A loose hand pass by him, and it's stolen by Dolan. And Castlebar are going to build from the back. Kirby seen plenty of the ball in this opening 16 minutes of this game here live for you on Mayo GATV. As we said, Ballaghaderreen have to win to progress to the quarterfinals. Castlebar know that a draw is good enough for them because their points difference is that little bit better than Ballaghaderreen's. And you can see now the defensive structure that Ballaghaderreen are putting in place to try and...
they have a lot of numbers back now.
Yeah, they're restricting the spaces.
At least 12 of them back.
Yeah, Derek Kelly doing Trojan work there close to the sideline, but keeping hold of the ball was Ger McDonough, and the referee has turned it over for him.
And all of a sudden, Castlebar weren't finding the space that they had early on, Tom.
No.
And Ballaghaderreen are really getting, you know, they're fast now. There's more intensity in the tackle back there in defence. So they're turning Castlebar over a bit now.
So we pause for the first water break, and Billy, it's been an entertaining game. The opening part of that game, as we said, Castlebar were quick out of the blocks, getting really 4 points in the space of 4 minutes.
They looked really good, and their play was very good and very patient in their build-ups, and they were finding the space, and they were kicking some great points, like they weren't missing. And all of a sudden, I suppose Ballaghaderreen came into the game, and the few players like Callahan and Shiroz Akram and Doohan started to really come good, and they kicked 3 points, so it's still there to be won.
It is indeed, and as we said, Castlebar haven't scored since the 7th minute. And that'll be a small bit of a concern for Alan Flynn. As we said, bearing them in, they came out of the blocks 100 miles an hour.
Their scores have really dried up now, but the Balla defence is much better. They're really tightening up, and they're getting the numbers back.
And Billy, we have, as we said, this game is a winner-take-all affair as such, and there's a couple of those games going around the grounds this weekend.
Yeah, there's a big one for Claremorris tomorrow.
I thought you'd get that in somewhere.
And Gary Moore and Brafey is tomorrow night, which is
a big game,
top of the table, really.
Yeah. And that'll tell us a lot, as well as the way that these teams are going to progress in the rest of the championship.
It will,
The draw will be interesting come Sunday.
One with Belmullet, Ahamore.
Yep.
And Charlestown, Knockmore.
But they're all big games. Knockmore are in peril of not being able to defend the title.
County champions, yeah.
So the players
it's hard to see them going out with a big fight. Knockmore.
No, it's something Knockmore will certainly put up as a big fight. As Alan Flynn is looking to make maybe just a positional switch here for Castlebar, and Kevin Kennelly says it's time to get the game back underway. So runner coming short here for the short pass, and that's a bit loose. It's ahead of him, but sliding there to win it. He's not gone out just yet, says John Finn. And Castlebar, John Finn now puts his flag up and it says it's a Ballaghaderreen ball, and it seemed very close to the touchline there. So eventually he was forced over. Yeah. So Shiroz Akram will play the sideline ball from right in front of us here of our position. Play towards Doohan, and did he get the last touch? John Finn says no, it was the defender who touched it last, so it's a Ballaghaderreen ball again. Chip pass to Andy. That trademark spin turn of his, he's looking to get away from his marker. Spots a player free on the edge of the 45. Ryan Lynch gets his foot up, he plays a chip ball over the top. There's a chance of a goal here. No. Comes in on his left, but great defensive work there by Donny Newcombe. Shut that thread out, but he probably should have maybe cut inside on his right.
He just went the wrong way. Tom. You know, he should have dummied and coming back onto his right, but maybe he was totally left-footed. But
that's the ball that
from where
Ballaghaderreen
he
have been
took
looking
the
from the
shot, there
start
was
of the
no
game.
goal on.
Yeah, but that's the ball that Ballaghaderreen have been looking for all night.
Yeah, and it was a great chance.
Great chance. Castlebar on the counter-attack here. Riley goes infield, goes through the hands of James Durkin. That's the second time that's happened. But as we said, it has been raining just a few moments ago. The ball is a bit slippy, and Durkin's penalised for pulling on the ball.
Be happy with their defensive setup now at the moment. You know, they've been really keeping tabs on Castlebar now at the moment.
And the short they go again. Cuba Callahan finds himself at right corner back, being chased by his marker and pushed to the ground. So Conway will take the free, but that was a dangerous pass, and it was almost cut out. And so a few of the decision making by the Ballaghaderreen players has maybe put hearts in mouths of a few of their supporters on a couple of occasions, as another pass has gone to floor. Cuniff faced up by O'Reilly. Little ball round the corner trying to find Doan, and he can't get the ball in first hand, and Paddy Durkin injects that pace, and his speed takes him away from Shiroz Akram.
Paddy's pace, all right.
And a little on the route.
Noted for that.
O'Reilly with the ball in hand, dropped by McDonough, but he gets it back, scoops it forward out to the onrushing forward. Well taken by Neil Douglas, who hasn't really featured in the game at all at the moment.
No, not really, no.
O'Reilly is going to try a crossfield pass here, but I'm not sure if it was a shot or a pass that he was going to get to Paddy Heenan.
Really, Tom, like, you know, their forward play has become disjointed now, but you have to give credit to Ballaghaderreen for closing them down.
So, short pass forward, and the referee says that's a foul as David Drake kicks it forward, but that's a almost like a loose pass, but there was the on-running player got onto it and gives it to Shiroz Akram. Shiroz being chased down by Danny Kirby, hand pass towards Andy Moran, tries to let Andy Moran shield the ball with his body and force the foul.
That's the cute one now, that's the cute one.
That's the cute corner forward play.
Andy at his very best.
He did it to Ballinrobe a few years ago. He just used that body to shunt the player out of the way.
He used it lovely there now, and he made his marker foul him really.
So the free is left for Cuba Callahan, and this will put between them
back in the game.
They have, and as we said, it's been almost 13 minutes since Castlebar scored. Cuba Callahan Julie puts that over the bar, and now it's 4 points to 6. Second for Callahan, one from play and one from the spot, one from the free. And the Ballaghaderreen supporters would be encouraged by that, Billy.
Oh yeah. They just had a bad start, but they've settled in now.
Alan Flynn will want the Barron snap to be broken really soon, because the momentum is with Ballaghaderreen at the moment. Is Donald Vaughan to McDonough. Danny Kirby takes the ball in traffic, but he's high tackle, says Kevin Kennelly. And Paddy Durkin takes it quickly, gives it to Donald Vaughan, who kept his run going forward. Vaughan never connected that cleanly, and Gavin Conway is able to stop it from going wide. It didn't look a good strike there.
No, a bad strike really.
And that's the second one that's dropped short into the keeper's hands. And Ballaghaderreen would do it again. He got one from this kind of distance a few minutes ago. That's a low pass towards Andy Moore, and gets it out on his toes, and they're struggling to get it up into his hands as he is John Maughan for company. He's still got it. He plays it over the top, and it's taken well. It's still there for him. He's going to have a go. It's going Luke O'Grady, but blocked down as...
I think another pass would have done it.
Another pass would have got him inside.
He kicked under terrible pressure.
Now can Castlebar catch Ballaghaderreen out? The ball is dropped.
Opened up a bit now here. There's a lot of space up front.
Owen O'Reilly gives it to Ulton, and he's not foul, says the referee. Brilliant tackle. And there's Adam Phillips loses the ball in the contact, but Ulton O'Reilly gets straight back up and steals it back for Castlebar. Gives it to James Durkin. Durkin pulled back by Shiroz Akram. He's away from one. He's away from two. Hits the ground. Has to lay it off because he was... Referee says it was a throw ball. No, the referee said it was a throw ball.
Oh, Ballaghaderreen defence have really come good.
They've really come alive. That's a loose pass. It's a foot chase here between two, as coming out to meet it is Cuba Callahan. He's gone to ground under a Danny Kirby challenge. But Alan Flynn won't be happy with what he's seeing from his forwards. That poor shot from Donald Vaughan, and then to lose the ball while they're in a really good position, as there's a mark taken quickly. Ball kicked in towards Andy Moore, but Paddy Durkin there is out in front and managed to clean up the danger. But again, as we said, it's that ball inside that they're looking for to try and catch the Castlebar backs out.
It'll probably happen
as the game goes on
at some stage.
Castlebar looking to get a score. As we said, it's been a long while since they've scored in this first half. Punted forward by Durkin. Looking for the run. Good mark taken just outside the 21. So it's going to be James Durkin to have a go from 21 metres. As we said, they haven't scored in about
they needed a score
16 minutes. So
pretty bad.
And he manages to pop that over off the mark. So puts the gap to 3 again, Billy.
Yeah.
The referee's blown his
There's a sub coming in for Castlebar. Is it 19?
it looks like number 19. Anthony Boyle. I think that's who's come on. We're waiting to see who's... Is it...
It's Boyle. I think
it's Donny Vaughan being withdrawn.
Anthony Boyle, is it?
Yeah, Anthony Boyle and Donald Vaughan's being withdrawn.
Go on.
Yeah, so Donald's been withdrawn, and so Donald Vaughan's off.
Being replaced.
He's off. So it's a decision they made. They want maybe one more pace around the middle of the field as the mark is claimed there, but he got a bit of a clatter in the face.
He got a bang in the nose.
I think as the ball was going up, he tried to stop it, but Donald Vaughan is off for Castlebar. And it's going to be another free for Castlebar. Ballaghaderreen need to keep their focus. They've been very strong in the challenge at the moment and forcing Castlebar to try and play intricate passes just like that, and they've broken that attack up again.
Pass, you'd have to say, Tom.
Yeah, they're not as snappy or as clean as they were in those first 6 or 7 minutes.
One of those big high passes, wow.
Yeah, they concede another foul. But it's an interesting tactic taken off Donald Vaughan at this stage.
Yeah, I thought he was doing okay, Donald,
They've obviously seen something that they want to change, and Alan Flynn and his management team have never shied away from the big decisions, Billy.
Yeah, Boyle is a good player too. He's a good young footballer. I've seen him down through the underage. Very good.
So it's a free doing. Turns down the opportunity to have a go at the target and gives it back to Jordan. Carmody hasn't really featured for Ballaghaderreen much of this game as Cuba Callahan is back on the ball again, and Danny Kirby tackles from behind. He's a bit frustrated. He thinks he didn't foul, but with the two-hand tackle, you're going to concede the free every time.
I'm surprised they're not having a shot for a score. So, it's on the 45-metre line.
Yeah, as Shiroz.
I think they should be scored.
He's allowed to travel in distance. Two players hit the ground inside. I think it's Andy Moran and Mon who hit the ground, and they were both wrestling for space. There was no foul given by the referee, so it's a footballing tackle as a good tackle in the collision, but the referee says no, it's a foul.
It looked much better on
Donny Newcombe looked like he dispossessed the ball cleanly there, but the referee Kevin Kennelly says it's going to be a free. So
Balla doing much better. They've really settled into the game, and they're troubling Castlebar when they attack.
And Castlebar need to sort their defensive structure out. They're allowing a bit too much space for the ball forwards as Cuba Callahan makes a clean connection with that one, but it's going to drop short into the hands of Rory Byrne. So that's their first one to drop short. And those scoring opportunities, Billy, they need to convert those if they want to win this game. Good pressure again. But Castlebar always have Paddy Durkin available. Plays a little left-footed pass as a player out on the wing. Gets it up at the second attempt. Players free right here if they want to switch the play. There's a couple of Castlebar players who are available. There's a shot, it's half blocked down, and that'll come Gavin Conway's way. He'll claim that ball, and he's looking for an out. It's a dangerous pass. It's going to get a bit tight there with the press of Castlebar, but they work it across the 21. Cunniff plays up the line to Shiroz Akram. Akram takes his time. Ball goes back to Conway, who's this is the modern goalkeeper, Billy.
Find themselves in now, Tom.
they're all coming out and trying to play like forwards or backs or whatever way they want to do it. But they have a runner inside. Brawl played punch forward to Dara Kelly. Kerry, little kick pass up towards Andy. Andy out in front of his man. Goes left, goes right. Quick look at the post for Andy Moran. Andy Moran, trademark style, puts it over the bar.
Yeah, he does what he does when he gets into those positions. Like that was you could say from an impossible angle, back over his shoulder. The goalposts don't move, Tom.
Indeed, they don't. As Boyle, long fist pass forward, wins it out in front, trying to get away from 2. Neil Douglas has fouled again. He's won a couple of good fouls in the last couple of minutes without being to the fore in the game. So this is another kickable free. He's going to leave it for James Durkin. It's about 38 metres out, and it's a good angle for the right footer.
Yeah, he's very accurate too, Tom.
So it's going to be James Durkin, who's scored a mark a few moments ago. As you can see, as we said, there's a nice crowd in here this evening for this Friday night football. That's a solid connection, but it looks like it's gone to the right and wide, and that's their 3rd wide of the game. So Castlebar still lead, but only by the 2.
Yeah, it's anybody's game now. You know, Ballaghaderreen putting some good moves together as well, Tom.
Chip short, and again David Drake is put under immediate pressure.
Good, like.
They have got players coming left and right, dragged there by McDonough, but the referees allows plays to continue. And Ballaghaderreen look again to build from the back. Drake, Aaron Lynch takes a close solo to the contact with Shiroz Akram's there if he needs him. There's a player free on the left hand side. If he wants to give it out to Phillips, he's hugging the touchline, but he decides to come in field. Kick pass low forward by Kelly. Carmody has a look around, see what's on. You know, Andy Moran again out in front of Mahan. Has a little diagonal pass forward, trying to come in through on the attack. It was, you can see what he was trying to do. He was just trying to play that inside.
Pick him out.
He wasn't it. I think it was Cuba Callahan.
Knock it into the mid.
Cuba Callahan was coming in at ferocious pace, but just couldn't get the ball and get contact with the ball.
That, like, they're looking like they're going to get a goal, Tom.
They do, and they have done for the last few minutes. And Castlebar have, as we said, their first 7 or 8 minutes is the reason why they're in the lead. If they want to win this game, they're going to have to get back to the style of play they had there. Ballaghaderreen are happy to soak up the pressure as the ball becomes like a bar of soap. Paddy Durkin is deemed to have touched the ball on the ground. Neither himself or McHugh could get the ball up into their hands as Andy Moran is in midfield, directing traffic now.
To move out a little bit, Andy, you know, to get some space out.
Pushing the back on Patrick Callahan, but the advantage, says the referee, and he's going to bring it back for the initial foul. But good work there by Ballaghaderreen. The pressure, and as you said, their support play with each other is very good.
The Balla forward line are getting an awful lot of change out of the Castlebar defence now. You know, they have them in a bit of trouble. Really.
Now, the referee is trying to...
They're very pacey.
Yeah, James Durkin is trying to remonstrate, I think, with John Finn, the sideline official, and as you know, that's not a good idea. As John doesn't take to... So that is another high ball, drops out of the night sky, and seemed a strange tactic to move that ball, but he's drawn the foul. So Derek Kelly, that's a high ball by Andy Moran, trying to find maybe a mismatch in height on Derek Kelly, but Boyle is deemed to have committed the foul, so it's going to be a free in. And it's Donny Newcomb. And the referee says that's his tick. So Cuba Callahan has a kick here to put 1 point between the teams.
Oh, yeah.
As we approach half-time. Callahan, he's going to be about 26 metres out, but he strikes it. He strikes that clean, and he strikes that true. And that's over the bar for Cuba Callahan. And it's 6 points Ballaghaderreen, 7 points Castlebar. It's a 1 point game, Billy.
Yeah. Well, nothing in that. Ballaghaderreen will be happy how they've settled in, like, after going 4 points to 0 down, like.
Rory Byrne goes from McHugh again as the target, and Shiroz Akram is around him, and they've broken the ball, but Ulton O'Reilly gets it back for Castlebar. Danny Kirby gets his hands in it, but he's pushed, and there's a bit of a pulling and dragging here, and former inter-county teammates Andy and Danny are having a bit of a discussion, but John Finn is... he's remonstrating, I think, with a few of the Castlebar substitutes and officials, and he's telling them to stay off the field of play. So it's going to be the game will restart with a free to Danny Kirby. And he plays it up close to the sideline, trying to get away from his man is Neil Douglas. Douglas cuts inside. He's dragged down, and that's a poor free to give away. That's a forwards free. Patrick Callahan was back there trying to help his defence, but he's just managed to give away the free, and he's probably going to get a booking for his trouble.
Them kind of frees, giving away them kind of frees is crazy, like, because he was being covered, and
he had him shadowed.
He was to score on, I think, at the time, like. Yeah,
so it's going to be an opportunity for Kevin off his left foot. Is it? Yeah. He's this will put the 2 back between the teams. The referee is telling him to go back a couple of yards. He stole one or two as a few roars come in from the sideline from where. So, gets it in his hands. And he's hooked that one to the right and wide.
Oh, yeah.
Fourth wide of the game.
It was always turning off, yeah.
The left footer, his body shape didn't look like he was going to strike.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't look like he was confident coming up to it.
We're coming up to half time, and Ballaghaderreen are still going short in their kickouts and looking to run it from deep. Covering work there by Douglas. Great work by Jordan. Cuba Callahan cuts inside Danny Kirby, and Cuba Callahan's away. Andy Moran has his hand out looking for the ball. Gets it into his hands, trying to go one way, then the other. Back there helping out is Ulton O'Reilly. And that ball is cut out by Danny Kirby. Just too many numbers back, and there goes the half-time whistle.
Yeah.
As
they're threatening all the time, Tom. They're threatening, Balla threatening. And they look like they're trying to get a goal, and they're coming pretty close to it at times.
They're the only side that look like they're threatening for a goal, Billy, because Castlebar have been quite, how we put it, they were quite ruthless in that opening 7 or 8 minutes. But since that, they've only scored one, which was a James Durkin mark.
Yeah, they're giving space to Balla now, and you know, I was saying all during the half there, like, it looks like Balla are going to get a goal, and you know, there's a few passes that didn't stick. Like that last one out from Andy, and the other one he put across the goal that just missed the target of Callahan coming in to knock it in the net. Those were chances like that they're looking for and will probably get. Castlebar haven't created a goal chance yet, I think.
No, they've had no. And to be fair, as we said, maybe in the back of their minds, Castlebar know they don't have to lose the game, but it's a dangerous game to play.
Dangerous game to get a draw in, Tom. You know.
It is indeed. So at half-time here on Mayo GA TV, live view from Friday Night Lights football here in Ahamore GA Club. It's a 1-point game. Castlebar 7, Ballaghaderreen 6, and we'll be rejoin you in about 5 minutes.
Sorry if I'm a bit late.
No probs, Dad. Still getting ready.
This butter is only half fat, but it tastes lovely. Like real butter, and it spreads.
That's because it is real butter, Dad, just with half the fat.
Brilliant. How do they do that?
I don't know, Dad. I'm not a dairy farmer. Just a woman trying to go on a date. Do I look okay?
I don't know. I'm not a stylist. I'm just a dad trying to help his favourite daughter go on a date.
You only have one daughter.
Connacht Gold half-fat butter. Make it real.
Welcome back to Ahamore as we just await the teams to make their way out onto the field. The officials are after their tea and sandwiches no more than ourselves, Billy.
Yeah,
We've been well looked after again by Jay.
Bears there now. Just as well the way was not listening.
We have to thank the members of the Ahamore GA, of the Ahamore GA Club, Frank Flynn, and all the members there were well looked after as we were a couple of weeks ago, and we leave a bit of on a sugar high. And also just a massive thank you to Delaney's Hardware and Agri for our studio. For the last two games we've been here, as we said, the Ahamore Club have been very accommodating, and they've great supporters of what goes on around Mayo. And as we said, Mayo GA TV is live for you this evening, and it's, as we said, it's a 1-point game now, Billy. It's been an enthralling contest as Ahamore from Ahamore, as Ballaghaderreen are just 1 point behind, and as we said, they're the only side that have been looking to engineer that goal opportunity. They had not even half chances.
They're looking for it all the time. But you know, looking back on last year, you know, they were a very good team last year. Now they were very unlucky against Brafey, where I think it was David Drake got a bad injury, and Hanley was sent off in that game. And early on that game, they were doing awful well, and they looked like a team that, you know, were meaning business last year, and then they got caught. Brafey caught them in that game, and they were out of the championship. So looking forward to them this year. But the injuries has, you know, paid the price for the injuries they have. And when you lose 3 or 4 players that are county standard, you know, it's very hard to replace them.
It is indeed, and don't forget, this is the first of a triple header again for you live on Mayo GA TV tomorrow. At 4 o'clock, we have Charlestown and Knockmore.
Wow.
And that is another winner-take-all affair, Billy.
That's a big one.
And then Sunday, we have the Intermediate Championship. We have Kilshamagh and Lewisburg. Lewisburg have already qualified, and Kilshamagh need a win and maybe a result to go their way if they're to progress. And that will be live for you from Knockmore at 1 o'clock on Mayo GA TV. But this evening, it's about Castlebar and Ballaghaderreen. And Kevin Kennelly is just waiting for the Ballaghaderreen party to make their way to their dugout, as Kevin Kennelly is about to get us back underway. We'll just keep an eye out there and just see if there's been any changes at half time. At the moment, there's a bit of pulling and dragging going on the 45 of Castlebar, but Kevin Kennelly gets us back underway, and that's a smash that knocked down. Pulled on first time. Good ball inside. Paddy Durkin gets the ball in his hands. The referee says it was a foul, but he's taking it quickly. Gives it to Boyle. First half substitute for Donald Vaughan. Chasing it back is Cuba Callahan, who's covered yards there, but the ball is spilled in the contact by Neil Douglas. As we said, he hasn't had a great first half, but he's managed to draw a fee there as Castlebar.
He did very well, Douglas, there, because it looked like he had the ball lost, but he recovered it well.
Paddy Durkin pops it over to McDonough. Fist pass forward, finds Kirby. Had a thought about having a shot, but he was decided to recycle the ball. As Kevin Durkin comes inside, he has a look. He's going to have a go off his right boot. This time it's going to drop short, and it comes off the bar. And nobody there for Castlebar who could make a connection. It eventually gets out to Douglas. Douglas is marked there closely by Owen Jordan. He's trying to get the ball up. He dropped it to pick it up, and Kevin Kennelly says he's been fouled. He was impeded as he tried to come up, but that was almost it looked like it smacked off the crossbar.
Yeah, it came off the crossbar, yeah.
So it's going to be a free for Castlebar. They'll get the opening opportunity to put a bit more distance between the two teams. But Castlebar were very close to a goal there, as James Durkin is going to come over and try and add to his tally for the game. As we said, Castlebar know they don't have to win the game to progress. But as we said, that's a dangerous mentality to have if it's in the back of their minds.
Yep.
Durkin. The referee blows his whistle. He's going to give a hot ball. He said that he stole too many yards, so it's going to be a hot ball. Kevin Kennelly is...
it's kind of rare.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't.
So they've denied that opportunity.
Kevin is a very sharp referee, I can tell you.
He's from Hollymount Carramore. They're all sharp that way, Billy. You know that as local rivals. And that's going to be another free, as going to be a free out for Ballaghaderreen. So they've managed to...
That was a let off for Balla now. Just after half time.
It was indeed, as Castlebar now start to funnel their players back into their defensive shape, and Paddy Durkin goes back into his sweeper position. Conway, kick pass over to O'Grady, plays to Cuba Callahan. had a very good first half for Ballaghaderreen. Much of what was good about what they
Wow.
did, and they've
Turnover.
turned the ball. There's a pull of the jersey there. It's
Brilliant.
that's going to be an advantage, and you'll have to say Owen Jordan is probably going to get a yellow here.
Yeah. Yeah, so Kevin's going to have a word.
Yeah, because Douglas was looking to make strides. He's blown the whistle
he's gonna
very
get a
aggressively there,
yellow
so
card,
it's
I
going
would
to be.
say.
Oh, it's actually Aaron Lynch who's going to have his name
Number
taken.
2, yeah, Aaron
So
Lynch,
it's
is
going
it?
to be. He's the second Ballaghaderreen player who's shown a yellow card. I think Patrick Callaghan was shown one in the first half. So it's another free opportunity here for
Jeremy
Castlebar.
Gunn, I think.
It's interesting to see whether or not he can make a better connection than the last one in the first half. Just over 3 minutes
kicking
gone, and
very
he's hooked that one wide, but it's
Well,
kept
well.
in play and it's spilled across the small square, coming across to try and make a connection, but nobody gambled on the simple ball. But that's
it was-
two poor contacts.
Certainly the right thing to do to get it out of there. But
Kevin Durkin made the
free
mistake.
taking not good. Like he kicks the ball very high, very high.
Castlebar on the counter attack again. Kirby trying to turn the ball over was Ryan Lynch. Rose Akram trying to get there, and Akram is deemed to have fouled his man, but he's deemed to have.
Yeah, there's a lot of fouling now in the game, isn't there? Maybe the conditions are, they're very slippy and
The rain
it's
thankfully
leading to
has
a lot of fouls.
The rain thankfully has abated for the
Yeah.
moment, but as we said, underfoot for those players out there, it's probably still quite slick as McDonough comes forward. Pop pass to Kirby, coming around. Thought about another shot, but he's closed down. Recycles it off. Pop by Boyle. Gives it back to... He's going to have a go. This time he makes a better connection with that one, but that one's gone to the left and went, and that's another wide for Castlebar, and their wide count is only getting
Those
bigger.
are chances that could cost them in the end of the day. But they're not prepared to have a shot. Like they're just popping the ball around and nobody taking it on. Tom.
They're not they're kind of abdicating responsibility, or
Yeah, they
they're
are.
trying to work the
Yeah.
perfect score.
Yeah.
Gavin Conway drives it out towards midfield. Knocked down. Taken well by Luke O'Grady. Kick pass forward from Cuba Callahan. There's two players marking one back here, and that's Thomas Carmody, who was never going to win that with the two Castlebar players around him, and Paddy Durkin gets the ball and he's tight to the end line there, and he decides to kick it across his own goal to the player free on the far side over to McHugh. And Castlebar trying to use their kick pass into... But you just find that the kick passing and the hand passing isn't as slick as Ballaghaderreen's at times.
No, very laboured, I think. Castlebar are very laboured at the moment now.
Donny Newcombe joins this attack.
But of course, Ballagher making it hard for them too. They're really pushing up on the guy with the ball. Now there's a
The great
kickable
ball
score,
over to
but
Boyle. He
see,
decides to play it over the top, and that was again. It was a pass to nowhere.
That was a kickable score, Tom.
It
I
was.
mean, you make a bit of room for yourself and kick it over the bar. But like giving another pass there was, it wasn't on really.
As a 45 is
And
given,
they're
says
doing
the
that
umpire.
now. They've been doing that since half time.
They were doing it probably late into the second half.
Yeah.
And all
As
that
you
does,
said, they're looking for the perfect chance, which won't happen really.
and then it's another opportunity. As we said, they've had 7 points. They've had 5 wides. 2 of those were from frees, and only for James Durkin's mark late into the first half, they haven't really put him a score from play since the 7th minute.
I'm very surprised Douglas is not taking the free, because Douglas was their main free taker. Maybe he's carrying injury or something that he... Oh, gee.
There's a bit of a trick play here. The ball goes back to Danny Kirby from Douglas, but Castlebar find themselves further away from goal than they started as Paddy Durkin. Pop pass, receives it back. Looking to create a better angle for Boyle this time. He's going to have a go with his left, but that's dragged across the goal faces, and that's going to be cleaned up on the far side. But good work there from James Durkin. Manages to turn the ball over. Newcombe has a wall of white shirts in front of him as Durkin decides to work the ball inside, and he gives it to O'Reilly, who was on fire in the first half. And Heenahan this time, he's shot that one, and he's put that wide.
Again, kicking under pressure.
And it's a little. There was a tap on it, so it's a 45. So it was.
But I'm very surprised. Like, I mean, I watch 14-year-olds and 16-year-olds kicking 45s. Castlebar have got a number of 45s, and they're taking short pops. Like,
so Danny Kirby is over this one again.
You must have a 45 kicker, like.
And Neil Douglas, and they're going to switch it again. And this time they play it off to McDonough. He's looking for a player off his shoulder, and they're trying to work another scoring opportunity here. Blocked down. Eventually, Douglas
running into traffic,
gives the ball away and comes across Paddy Heenahan. Back to Douglas, to Heenahan. Another chance here. They have a player free on the far side. It is Boyle. This time he makes a better connection. He gets it. That's our first score from play for the 7th minute, and it puts them 2 ahead. But they're making hard work of those scores.
Boyle has made a difference since he came in now. He's a good young player, Boyle. And at least that ended with a score. But again, you know, there was a lot of passes involved in it before they got the point.
Yes, the first score of the second half has taken over 7 minutes to come as Ballaghaderreen are looking to launch an attack of their own. Cuba Callahan using all his pace to keep that ball in, faced up by Kirby. Ballaghaderreen are holding 3 players inside the 45. There's white shirts streaming forward now in support, winning the ball out in front of his mark, going one way. It's Cormac Doohan. He's come to scores to his name already, but that's a loose hand pass, putting his player into danger, and it's pulled on first time in Andy Moore, and it goes over the sideline. It's going to be a sideline ball. Andy Moore is going to launch this one towards the large square. Breaks kindly, falls to Shiroz Akram. Akram on his right, boot! Wow. Shiroz Akram went left, went right, and put the ball, blasted it past Rory Byrne. Ballaghaderreen have taken control of this game.
Yeah, we were talking about it all during the first half, that there's a goal in Balla, but by God, that was a great goal. That was a brilliant move. The high ball in from Andy was a chance one, really. It didn't look like it was the right option, but it just broke kindly for Akram.
I think it was Derek Kelly who was in the large square, really broke it down. Shiroz Akram was quick as lightning onto that ball, took a left step and a right, and he was inside the Castlebar cover and blasted the ball past Rory Byrne, and Castlebar have it all to do. And Kevin Kennelly has said that's a foul.
Are Ballard going to pint up now, Tom?
Ballaghaderreen are 1 point to the good now. 1-6 to 8 is the score. We have 9.5 minutes gone in the second half here for you from Mahomore, and Ballaghaderreen are...
Yeah, I see Douglas is going on the freeze now at this stage.
And this one is going to be from about 40 metres. And as you said, Billy, if he's able to put it over from 40, surely he could have put it over from 45.
They had 3, 4, maybe 5 45s that they wasted, really.
So Neil Douglas has this to bring the teams level. That goal from Shiroz Akram will give Ballaghaderreen a huge boost in their pursuit of qualification. He makes a poor connection. He almost stuttered towards it as Gavin Conway takes that just outside his upright. And Castlebar are going to try and press and turn the ball over. Phillips goes back to Conway. He's going to hit a diagonal ball to a free player over on the far side. He drops it. Couldn't get it first hand. It's Patrick Callahan loses it. It's a snapshot on the take. That's going to go wide. Another wide for Castlebar. And as we said, that's their 7th wide of the game, Billy.
Yeah, it's going to cost them in the end of the day if they keep kicking wides like that, Tom. It's certainly going to cost them.
Castlebar need to figure something out and figure it out quick. Otherwise, this game is going to get away from them, as David Drake and James Durkin are having a bit of a how are you doing just outside the 30-metre arc. And the kick out is taken quickly to Luke O'Grady on the run. Ballaghaderreen will certainly be buoyed by that goal from Shiroz Akram, and they're driving forward in numbers here. Pass forward, knocked down kindly into the path of the oncoming player. Doohan takes a hop, is going to have a ball.
No, it was never.
Thought he was hitting it inside towards Andy Moore, but that's gone to their left and wide. That's their 3rd wide. They've been.
Yeah, it was never really on.
Rory Byrne, I think, is looking for his target again. He was looking for that diagonal ball towards McHugh, but he's decided to go short this time. Gives it to John Maughan. Newcomb. Boyle back round to Maughan again. Paddy Heenahan back trying to help out his defence. Patrick Durkin driving forward in his all-action style, getting away from his marker, trying to chase him down was Callahan, but that was again a
good
loose
defence
hand
again.
pass. But Ballaghaderreen solid in what they're doing. They're trying to protect that 30-metre area and forcing Castlebar into those.
Castlebar are trying to work through that area, which is.
Heenahan gets it at the 2nd attempt. Castlebar have a player free on the far side if they want to switch it, and that's Danny Kirby. He goes forward to switch in field. Douglas get away from one, trying to have a go. He's going to pull the trigger here. Good shot by Douglas. That's over the
Yeah,
bar.
okay, good
And
score.
Good score from Neil Douglas.
Yeah,
Brings
yeah.
them level. 9 points. We have 12 minutes gone
He's the
in
one
the second.
Castlebar player that can do those kinds of things.
But he
Tom.
hasn't had a massive
No, he
influence on
hasn't.
the
He
game.
hasn't been in the game that much. And a lot of injuries, I think,
Yeah.
this year. And
He's
but
back
in
playing,
a
and as he's
situation
born
like that, when you need a point, he comes
absolutely,
good.
he came good for them as
Yeah,
Cuba
yeah.
Callahan is pushing them forward into Andy Moore and gives it back. Cuba goes one way, then the other. Danny Kirby with the paw breaks the ball kindly and is pulled on first time. Doone's trying to keep it in from going out over the side and manages to do so. Little offload to Andy Moore, and Andy's going to have another long ball in. The goal came from this side this time, and it's dropped by Madonna, but gets the ball. Castlebar at 6s and 7s with those high balls. It gives it to Patrick Callahan. He drops it in. Out comes Byrne. He's dropped it. It falls to Thomas Carmody. Carmody, he's going to have a little chip over the bar, and Thomas Carmody puts Ballaghaderreen back in the lead. It's 1-7. Ballaghaderreen, 9 points Castlebar, and that high ball is causing problems.
The high ball going in now is causing Castlebar all kinds of trouble, really.
And we can see we know from the first half that Ballaghaderreen were looking to use that tactic, and as you said, Billy, that tactic is going to pay off at some point, and it has done, as the rain starts to fall again here in Ahamore. Castlebar know they're in a fight now. They need to get as we said, a win or a draw will get them through to the quarter-final. Remember, last year they didn't get through, and Heenahan is going to have a go from distance with this one, and Paddy Heenahan puts it over the bar to put them back into bring them level again.
Sensible score there from Paddy Heenahan. He didn't overdo the play, and he got onto probably his weaker foot, his right foot. He's totally left-footed, I suppose, but he used the right pretty well there.
Kick out.
He's playing well, Paddy Heenahan. He's on the ball again there.
Yeah, he's trying to win the ball. He's been surrounded by 2 white shirts. He's been dispossessed. And the referee was in close way, but he manages to get a touch on it and win the ball back, and it goes to the other corner forward, Ulton O'Reilly. And Castlebar, in the last couple of minutes, have been a bit more direct with their shooting. They've, as you said, Billy, they're not waiting to score the perfect score. They've just decided they're going to have to pull the trigger at some point. Paddy Durkin seems to take about 9 steps, but he gets his shot off, but that falls short. Another one drops short. That's their 4th into the goalkeeper's hands. But their defensive work seems to have upped a gear, Billy, from the forwards.
Oh, definitely, yes, yeah.
Just coming up to 15 minutes gone in the second half here. Live for you on Mayo GATV. Ballaghaderreen are toe-to-toe with Castlebar. Ballaghaderreen know only a win will get them through to the quarter-final. But they've managed to lose that ball. James Durkin driving forward. They're going their hand. They have 2-1. He can go left or right. He goes to Boyle. Boyle scored one already in this half, and he gets his second. He scored the opening score of the second half. He's got his second now, and that puts them 1 point to the good Billy.
Yeah,
11 points to 1-7.
Boyle, as I said to you a few times, Sam, he's a very good player. Watched him at underage down through the years, and he's just a very good player. I was a bit surprised that he has been starting over the last couple of years.
And to be fair, that early change was Donald Vaughan for Boyle, and it seems to have paid off as we have the water break now.
Two very good points there.
So the Ballaghaderreen, as we said, were finding themselves knowing they have to win this game. The goal from Shiroz Akram brought them alive again in the second half. Boyle opened the scoring. Castlebar have had 4 points in this second half. Ballaghaderreen have got the 1-1, and Castlebar find themselves back in the lead by 1 point.
It's in the melting pot, really, Tom. You know.
How many scores could Castlebar really have got if they, with all the missing they were doing on the 45s?
They were just overplaying it too much in a very tight area. They were getting no width in their play, and they were all kind of coming in front of the goal, Tom, and then trying to get a shot, and they were just kicking it up against the Balla defence.
But 2 great scores, one there by Paddy Heenahan from distance. He just put his foot through the ball, not noted for his right, and that was a lovely score.
And like you look at Castlebar in the first 5 minutes, like they were shooting the lights out from distance, you know, and now they weren't doing it, you know, so they'll have to,
It's going to be thrilling into the game. It's going to go right down to the wire, as you said, Billy, and we're going to have to make sure that we keep the emotions in check and just make sure it's a level playing field. But tomorrow, as you said, you have Clamorris playing, and they have it all to do as well.
Who, Clamorris?
Yeah.
Oh, they have. Yeah, they're out of the championship if they lose, of course, Well, Ballina and Davits will be interesting too.
Yeah.
But you'd probably have to fancy Ballina to come through it. even though Davids have, you know, they had a great game with Claremorris, could have won it, but Ballina need to win this one now.
So the teams are making their way back onto the field. We're going to get the final quarter underway for you here. Friday night live football for you on Mayo GA TV. As we said, don't forget, we have 2 more games over the weekend for you as well. Intermediate Championship Sunday, Kilchamaugh and Lewisburg. But Knockmore and Charlestown is the game of the day tomorrow.
That's the one, yeah. County champions, you know. But when their backs up to the wall, Knockmore.
We're back underway here for you in Ahamore. Long kick out goes straight to Castlebar and they win the free, fouled by Darragh Kelly. Paddy Durkin looking for a little bit of support, gets it from the other wing back. McDonough steps inside Sharode's lunging tackle, gives it to Danny Kirby. Kirby has player ahead of him, gives it to McHugh. Castlebar have been playing the width all game. They've had players hugging the touchline. They've made a change at the water break, number 21. Paul Walsh is in as well. He's capable of getting a score. That's a loose challenge there. Boyley's trying to force his way through. Sorry, it's 10-1 O'Reilly. Gives it off to Heenahan and it smacks off the post.
Wow.
Oh, it's a save, it's a save. It got a touch. Brilliant save by Gavin Conway. But they had Paul Walsh here on the left-hand side. He was brought on as a sub there at the water break. As Ballaghaderreen look like they're going to make a change as well. It looks like Donald Forrest, I think, is going to be coming in. But that was a chance for Rowan O'Reilly there. Just brilliant reactions from Gavin Conway.
Well, absolutely brilliant. It was point blank shot, really.
So we're going to have another 45 and it's gone backwards again. This time they've a player free on the far side. They've worked it a lot better this time. Rushing is Paddy Durkin. He comes inside Cuba Callahan. He has a look at the post. He launches that up into the sky, but it's gone to the right and wide. And Ballaghaderreen are going to make that change. It's Donald Forrest who's going to be coming on. We'll just wait and see who's going to be coming off. Forrest plays around the middle of the field, and we're just looking to see who's coming off. Looks like it's... Yeah, it looks like it's the corner forward. It looks like it's Patrick Callahan. He was on a yellow anyway. So they're going with a bit more power out around the middle as Castlebar go long out. Paddy Durkin can't take it cleanly. 2 players collide in the middle. Both are still on the ground, but the game continues. Thomas Carmody gets his head up. He's looking for a runner. He has the Donald Forrest ahead of him if he wants him. Forrest points where he needs to put it. He gives it to Andy Moran. Andy Moran with the dummy hand pass. Slips inside John Maughan. Andy Moran cuts across. Wow. Andy Moran draws the foul as Andy Moran does.
Very near the penalty area.
It's very close to it.
You know, Andy, I mean, he did great there. Like, you know, it looked like he was going no place, but he just done that dummy. Is it a penalty?
The referee has brought it in to the 13-metre line because of the protestations.
It's just a free.
It's just a free. It's because of the protestations of the Castlebar players.
Will this level it again, Tom?
This will tie it up again, Billy.
Wow.
And Cuba Callahan makes no mistake, pops that one over on the 18th minute, and Castlebar and Ballaghaderreen are all tied up again. Rory Byrne with a poor kick out. That one was never clean strike. Goes straight to Andy Moran, and Andy Moran makes no mistake from that distance. And Andy Moran puts them into the lead. That was a poor kick out.
Sometimes when you're looking for the perfect kick out, Tom, can go against you, you know. Maybe
another substitution for Castlebar.
On an evening like this evening, maybe a bit of distance, get the ball out into the middle of the field.
It looks like Conor Stenson is coming on, and going off is a limping Kevin Durkin, I think. So Conor Stenson, I think, is on. And Rory Byrne, with that kick out, he's given Ballaghaderreen took the opportunity to take the lead again as that kick out goes long to Danny Kirby, goes through his hands. And down goes Stenson for the free with his first touch of the ball. And Castlebar now find themselves a point down, Billy, and we have almost 10, maybe 11 minutes left, plus whatever the referee is going to allow. The referee is having a word with Donald Forrest. He's only just on the field. So I think he's getting a yellow card, is he? Yeah, a yellow card for Donald Forrest. As Castlebar take it short towards what? Close to being off the ground, gets it up into his hand. Good running from Stenson, gets it out, lays it inside to Paddy Heenan. Heenan got one moment to go with his right boot. He has another go with this one. Has it come around enough?
Oh,
no,
wide,
it hasn't. That's another wide for Castlebar. That's their 9th wide
9 wide, yeah.
9 wide, and I think is
yeah,
that
it's just-
Shiroz Akram down on one knee there,
It's
Billy?
just costing them, really, you know.
Shiroz Akram
Yeah,
looks like
Shiroz
he's in
down,
a bit of
yeah.
having a bit of trouble.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to lose him now at this
No,
stage.
he's covered an awful lot of
He's
ground for them
been-
this evening.
been
But
covering both defence and midfield attack everywhere.
he has, and it's going to be a tense last 10 minutes, Billy.
It will, oh God, yeah. There's a lot at stake now, Tom. A lot at stake for both teams.
Both teams looking, as we said, to get into the quarterfinals of the championship. Castlebar didn't do so last year, and it's I know it's something that they were wanting to address this year, and it was going to be difficult after the loss to Westport.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now, looks Ballaghaderreen are going to be bringing in Andrew Dillon shortly as well. And Cuba Callahan, he looks like he's in a little bit of difficulty here as David Drake comes over to see what's wrong. It's his left hand.
Looks like, yeah.
He's going to continue, I think. Yeah, he says
Looks like he's okay. He's
Yeah,
going
it
to
looks like he's
continue
okay.
anyway.
And Conway hits it long towards Kelly. Up goes McDonough. Can't get it in his first attempt. Castlebar get the break. Douglas. Cut inside by Watts. He's trying to get away from Shiroz Akram. Cuts it on to his left. Little pass forward. Intricate change of hand passes. Now a scoring opportunity presents itself. Jeremy McDonough has just dropped that over the bar. Lovely shot from Jeremy McDonough.
It was the sensible thing to do, Tom. I thought he was going to pass it off again.
He was indeed.
Because he had the space to do it.
And we're level again, Billy.
Level again, yeah.
21 minutes
We
gone.
said it was going to be scary for Castlebar to go for a draw, but it could be a draw.
Yeah, it could indeed, as they make that change. And onto the field comes Andrew Dillon as Castlebar go asleep on the kick out, and they've surrendered that one.
Oh,
But that's a dangerous pass across. Watts is intercepted with his pace. Gavin Conway's off his line. He's trying to get back. Up, Watts gets his head up. He's looking for who's on. He gives it to James Durkin. Out comes the goalkeeper. High challenge from Durkin. Advantage, says the referee, but both goalkeepers, Billy, almost cost. Rory Byrne cost his team a score, but Gavin Conway almost cost one.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But as we said, wasn't his fault.
Great.
But he saved his team a score.
A great interception by the goalie.
Yeah. That's that dangerous pass. If you're going across your own 45, you're in danger of turning the ball over. And that time Gavin Conway came to the rescue of his team as Ballaghaderreen are looking to get another score. They're looking to take the lead again. Doohan goes cross field, has a Cuba Callahan all on his own, 30 metres out. He draws this one on his right boot. That'll just come inside the left hand upright. Cuba Callahan with another trademark score, and he puts them back into the lead.
I think he has 5 points kicked. Tom, I'm not so sure, but it looks like it's 5.
He has 5
just had a
and
brilliant game.
3 from frees,
You know, he's
2
an
from play.
up and coming player, like you'd have to be thinking.
He's a player for
James Horn might be having a look at him.
Good kick out from Byrne. Mark taken smartly by McHugh with 2 players on him. Little kick pass forward. Boyle. Back to McHugh. Gives it to breaking forward. John Mon loses the ball, but he manages to get possession back. Gives it to Walsh. Comes in field. Ballaghaderreen are defending here, but there's another shot from distance for Castlebar. And that's gone
Wide
to the
again.
right and wide. That's 10 wides.
Yeah, 10 wides, yeah. My God, yeah. Yeah, it's going to come back to haunt them, I think, Tom, you know.
13 points to 12, 110 to 12. We're into the final 7 minutes of the game. Ballaghaderreen, as we said, have to win this game. They have to hang on till the end. Otherwise, their championship is over for the 2021. As trying to get them forward is cleverly played up this close to the sideline again. That little run from Doohan, he's been making that lateral run across inside. There's a player free on this side if they want to switch it. Donald Forrest is in acres of space. They eventually get it to him. Forrest sells a little dummy inside, gives it back to Doohan. He had a player ahead of him. He had Andrew Dillon if he wanted to use him. But the ball is great defensively worked there by Stinson, and it's going to be a over carrying. Is it free in? And that's a big call from Kevin Kennedy.
That's a big call now. Big call, yeah.
So it's going to be another free for Cuba Callahan. He's got 3 already. As Billy said, he's got 5 in this game as it stands. He's just going to be about 15 metres out by the time he strikes this. And Ballaghaderreen out of nowhere, Billy, have an opportunity to stretch their lead to 2, and he puts that over the bar. We've coming up to 25 minutes gone.
Dylan Feeney, I think, has gone in there now.
Yeah, Dylan Feeney is coming in, fresh legs in that forward line.
Number 20 for Castlebar.
Yeah, and that's Fergal Durkin who's coming on for Castlebar. We're just looking to see who's coming off for Ballaghaderreen. It looks like it's Thomas Carmody. So Ballaghaderreen are putting a bit fresh legs in that full forward line, Billy.
Yeah.
And they're going to put that full back line of Castlebar under pressure as Rory Byrne gets that one just outside the 21. Paddy Durkin has to go back inside. Dangerous ball over the top to the newly arrived substitute. Paddy Durkin to Newcomb. Castlebar, if they want to switch it, Boyle is free all on his own. If that diagonal pass is on, they didn't hit it first time, but comes out to win it. He's still there all on his own, and joining him there now is Fergal Durkin, but the referee says it's going to be a free in, and it's an opportunity for Castlebar to cut the deficit to 1 with time running out for them. It's coming up to just 26 minutes with 4 minutes left, Billy, plus whatever the referee allowed for injuries and substitutions.
And there's 2 points, I think, Tom, is it?
There is indeed. 12 points Castlebar. $111 Ballaghaderreen. James Durkin hasn't had the best of luck with frees this evening, but he's managed to put that one over the bar. So 1 point game, 13 points Castlebar, 111 Ballaghaderreen. And it's, Billy, as you said, it's going to go down to the wire.
It's really going to go down to the wire, Tom, Yeah, Castlebar will be happy with the draw, of course, but Balla needs to win it.
Balla need to win it is right, as they're going to try and protect this ball. They're going to have to try and work an opportunity, but they lose the ball this time in the collision. And Castlebar have a chance to extend their lead, and it is a good chance from Boyle. He has a player free ahead of him if he wants to use him, but he decides to take his own score, and Boyle puts that over the bar. And that's 14 points to Castlebar, 111 to Ballaghaderreen. We're level again.
That's 3 from play from Boyle.
For Boyle since his introduction, Billy, to that first half.
Huge difference,
He's had a big game for them. As it's getting down now, Ballaghaderreen need possession of this ball. They need to get another opportunity. They need to get another score, but that one's gone straight into the hands of Danny Kirby, who claims the mark. Moving the ball forward. The crowd are trying to encourage the Ballaghaderreen players, cheering on Castlebar. They need the win as Stinson gives it to Douglas, hits the ground. He's going to get caught in the possession if he's not careful, and he does so over carrying, says the referee, Kevin Kennelly. Ballaghaderreen just want to get on with it, and they go back to Gavin Conway. They're trying to commit players forward. Castlebar, they're trying to put the squeeze on in Ballaghaderreen's inside their 45 to try and stop them getting another scoring opportunity. There's only 2 players for Ballaghaderreen inside the Castlebar 45 at the moment, and trying to get them forward is Kelly. He's behind a big game. Derek Kelly checked in the run, says the referee, Kevin Kennelly. Clever free from Castlebar, stopping it out the field, Billy.
Castlebar will probably fall back into defence now big time and not allow a score.
As it's so close, Billy, they're level. A draw, as we said, is good enough for Castlebar, but a point will do Ballaghaderreen and Castlebar.
Point will do Balla.
Point will do Ballaghaderreen at this stage. Referee says it was 2 hops, so it's going to be a free out.
Wow.
And that's terrible.
Those little things that decides games, Tom. Small things.
Small things is right. 90 seconds left in this game. Ballaghaderreen need a score. Castlebar know that the draw is good enough for them, but it's Ballaghaderreen who have to get possession of the ball. Andy Moran covering more ground than anybody out there at the moment, trying to turn this ball over for Ballaghaderreen. Kirby strong in the tackle, trying to get away. He draws the foul off Derek Kelly, and Castlebar take it quickly, kick it up the line, trying to shield his body. Was Douglas using all his experience there. Douglas coming in field, great tackle. Did he touch it on the ground? No, says the referee. Manages to get it out to Stinson. Stinson, kick pass back out to Kirby. Kirby goes across, gives it to the substitute Dylan. Kick pass. It's Castlebar's game at the moment if they can keep possession of the ball. Time is running out for Ballaghaderreen. Danny Kirby lays it off. Walsh. Castlebar are just keeping the ball, just trying to see out the clock almost basketball style. They need Ballaghaderreen have to get a turnover. They need to get another opportunity. Otherwise, their championship for 2021 is over. Newcomb. Exchange of passes. Stenson says that's enough. He's going to have a go. It's going to drop close under the crossbar. There's nobody there to flick it in. It breaks kindly, but he can't pull on it first time. Ball's bobbling around the edge of that large square. Owen O'Reilly had a chance to pull on it first time and couldn't. But Ballaghaderreen are as far from the Castlebar goal as Castlebar could want them. David Drake draws the foul. It's going to be a free out for Ballaghaderreen. Time, as we said, is up. It's going to be whatever the referee is going to allow.
Probably 2 or 3 minutes,
There'll be at least 2 minutes. We're hearing at least 2. Ballaghaderreen still have a chance here. Low ball trying to get it up the field. Looked like it was off the ground, but no, says the referee. Free for Ballaghaderreen. Castlebar will be happy to concede the
try and
freeze.
slow it down now at this stage, I suppose.
Yeah, as 2 players are wrestling for the ball on the ground, and it's getting a little bit messy as Castlebar are just trying to stop the Ballaghaderreen from playing.
Just disrupt the play, which is a cute move on their part, you'd have to say, to slow down the play. And
Ballaghaderreen are going to have the ball brought up.
Yeah,
and it's Castlebar who are penalised for not allowing the play to move on.
Castlebar will probably pack it back now, Tom, at this stage. You'd have to believe they will.
That 1 point will knock them out
though
of the championship.
They don't seem to be doing that at the moment now.
They've gone man for man. They're not going...
I'm very surprised they're not putting everybody back.
3 minutes still to go. There's 3 more minutes.
So
there must have been 4 minutes. The referee, the Ballaghaderreen players just had a word with Kevin Kennelly, the referee. He's having a look at his watch. We've had 4 minutes is the additional time. There's 2 more players wrestling on the ground inside the 45 of Castlebar now. The referee is bringing it up. No, he's saying no. Go back to where you were. Carry on with the game. And we're back underway. That'll only eat into more additional time as Ballaghaderreen have to get a score. They need a point or a goal. A goal would definitely see them through at this late stage. But there's been, as you said, Billy, now Castlebar have every man behind the ball and evading attack is David Drake. Drake is still going forward.
Make it hard for Balla now.
Ball kicked out towards Andy Moran. Andy gets it into his hand.
The right man has
turns one way, then the other. Mohan is on him. Andy Moran. Can he be the saviour for Balla? Pulled on first time, but it gets to David Drake. There's 2 players free this side if they want to switch the play. Ballaghaderreen lose the ball in the turnover, and they're away. Striving forward is Donny Newcomb if they can move the ball forward, but they've managed to concede possession. Brilliant work from Ballaghaderreen. There's a chance on here. They have 2 players in the edge of the large square. Andy Moran plays a diagonal ball. Out comes Rory Byrne. He fists the ball. The hamstrings pulled on the player on the edge of the ball. It comes to Shiroz Akram, and Shiroz Akram puts it to the left and wide. Was that the chance to put Ballaghaderreen through? It came off his left boot. It looked like it was curling inside. Rory Byrne is down injured. There's a Ballaghaderreen player down injured. It looked like when he was running backwards to try and get the ball, it looks like he might have damaged his hamstring. I think it might be Cormac Doohan, but that was...
I'm sure Neil Douglas is saying a prayer there.
Yeah, it is indeed Cormac Doohan.
He gave that ball away, and it could have ended the score because they had Castlebar stretched there, and it was a simple point there, Tom, really.
So the referee is booking... I think he's booked Paddy Durkin, or is it Jerry McDonough? It's a black card, I think. No. It was a yellow card as Rory Byrne is fit enough to take the kick out. The referee looks at his watch. We can't have much time left, and the kick out goes long out towards Stenson. Drops it, couldn't take primary possession. That's a strong challenge on Shiroz Akram, and there's the referee blows his whistle. He said it's a foot trip on I think Stenson, and it's going to be a free for Castlebar. Shiroz Akram
thought it might be going the other way.
It looked like it was a low challenge on Shiroz Akram, but the referee Kevin Kennelly says no, it's going to be a free out.
Maybe a dangerous tackle, really.
Well,
but Kevin didn't see that.
So it's going.
It's a big break for Castlebar now.
There can't be much time left. The referee is. They said. Ballaghaderreen need possession, Billy. They have to get possession of this ball.
They have to get beyond. But Castlebar now should be in control of this, I see Rory Byrne is getting into place to get the ball back, I say.
Yeah, and with a head injury, the referee has to allow the round amount of time for an assessment. So he's saying, all good to go. So he restarts his watch. So we're playing whatever
And
Kevin
he's
Kennelly
covering the
has on
goalie,
his
which
watch.
is
Castlebar. Play it forward to Kirby. Danny Kirby goes backwards. Newcomb to Paddy Durkin. Castlebar are just trying to keep possession of the ball. It's a dangerous
pushing up
tactic
on them,
inside their own 45.
Wow.
But they manage. The right man has the ball now.
the right
Paddy
man,
Durkin.
yeah.
He's off to the races. He's being chased down. Can they get him? They can't. There's two players free on the overlap if they want to use them. Well, that's a loose pass inside. That's covered back well there by the centre back for Ballaghaderreen, Seamus Cuniff. Ballaghaderreen have the ball. It's going to be a free out for them. They need to move that ball forward. Ballaghaderreen take the ball, take the free. Kick forward to Cuba Callahan. Free on this side. If they look, get their heads up, is Donald Forrest. He's in acres of space on this side of the field. Callahan, hand pass forward towards, shoulder in the back there, Cormac Doohan. He's still playing, he's still going. Ball going left, going right. Doohan has it. He's going to have a look at the post. He's launching a high ball into the edge of the square. The goalkeeper, Gavin Conway, has joined the attack. He can't get the ball. Castlebar managed to get possession of the ball. It comes out to John Maughan. Maughan going forward. And the referee has blown his whistle. It's all over. It's ended in a dramatic draw, which, as we said, was enough for Castlebar to go through. The Ballaghaderreen players have their hands on their heads there, and it's all over for them for 2021. Castlebar made
great turnover there by Johnny Mahan. You know, he won a very hard ball there.
Gavin Conway, the goalkeeper, covered
he
70
was
metres
right
to
up
try
there,
and join in the play. And Castlebar have managed to go through
on a draw.
On a draw.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of a argument breaking out on the edge of the square. It looks like Andy Moore, and I'm not sure what was going on. The referee, Kevin Kennelly, was blowing his whistle for whatever reason, but the game is ended. Ballaghaderreen are out, and Castlebar go through on scoring difference. And Billy, as dramatic as you could make it, we said it at the start.
We were saying all night a draw would do Castlebar,
but it looked like they were playing for the draw, Billy.
It did, yeah, and even that last move there, Tom, like that was an easy kick over point, and they were looking for a goal, like when a point would have done them, you know. I thought they made a lot of bad options, Castlebar now.
Yeah, particularly, as you said, their 45 routine, whatever it is they're trying to achieve. I think they're trying to achieve an overload on one side to switch it to the free player.
Yeah.
But in a game like today, is that really the time to do
they're
it?
Trying to get the ball into a perfect position to score. There was loads of time when they had, time on to kick a point, and they wasn't doing it.
Shiroz Akram had a great opportunity for chance, but that one just came off his left and wide. And
and he had such a great game.
He scored the goal that pushed him.
He was probably on his wrong foot to the left foot. He's really a right-footed kicker, but that was a great chance. And, he had even a bit of space to go.
Another yard or two to bring coming in on his right. But
into the centre.
In the heat of battle, Billy, you make your decision.
I know,
At Castlebar,
it's a hard one on Ballaghaderreen. They put up a great performance, but for Castlebar, they got their draw and they're through.
Castlebar advance into the draw for the quarterfinals. Don't forget, tomorrow, live for you on Mayo GATV, we have Knockmore, the current champions, playing Charlestown. That's a 4 o'clock throw-in. And then Sunday, 1 o'clock, we have the Intermediate Championship. We have Kilchamaugh versus Lewisburg at 1 p.m. My thanks to Billy Fitz. My thanks to Ahamore GA Club for their hospitality, to Frank Flynn, to Delaney's Hardware and Agri for their support with our broadcast. And we will see you tomorrow live on Mayo GATV. It's finished here. Castlebar, Ballaghaderreen in a draw. Castlebar will advance. Ballaghaderreen exit the championship. Thanks for watching.
Sorry if I'm a bit late.
No probs, Dad. Still getting ready.
This butter is only half fat, but it tastes lovely. Like real butter, and it spreads.
That's because it is real butter, Dad, just with half the fat.
Brilliant. How do they do that?
I don't know, Dad. I'm not a dairy farmer. I'm just a woman trying to go on a date. Do I look okay?
I don't know. I'm not a stylist. I'm just a dad trying to help his favourite daughter go on a date.
You only have one daughter.
Connacht Gold half-fat butter. Make it real.